Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. Hey. Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and members here on the channel. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm trouble. Hey, Maga, yeah, go bring Trump too. Matter of fact, bring Pete Hegseth. Tell him put his phone down. Yeah, Maga. I don't want to be the bearer of shameful news, but they dragging you online. I'm be honest, they killing you. They killing y'all online. Because y'all was talking big stuff. Y'all was talking big stuff just a few weeks ago. You remember that?
Look, for years we've been ripped off and taken advantage of by China. What other presidents allow China to get away with is absolutely criminal. China obviously treats us very badly. China's an abuser.
China is ripping off the United States for $1 trillion a year.
Now, Maga, normally when they drag you online, I like to participate. I've been known to participate in a good Maga dragging, but I didn't have nothing to do with this. I was gone. I just came back and I saw everything. I'll be honest, I don't know whether to feel better or worse about the fact that they included us. I mean, it was an inclusive dragging. It was inclusive slander that they sent your way. No, they wasn't done. You know they wasn't done. Is that the same brother from the first video? Is he? So he just working all the black jobs. He got all the black jobs in the Chinese future. Is that what I'm supposed to read into that? I told you I didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm just presenting you the evidence. And it got worse. They even put JD and Donald in it. Well, look on the bright side, Maga. At least Trump was in shape. Yeah, Trump and J.D. Vance and Elon Musk was the most in shape people in our imaginary AI future. Apparently, that's what they gave us. But there was more, Maga, and you know there was more.
We're not your little niggas, like for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to
be honest, Maga. As mad as you might be, you have to give them credit for putting Putin on the Cameron cutaway. I mean, that is attention to detail right there. You might want to look into their AI should you decide to clap back, but I wouldn't advise it.
Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, Maga, We don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy, monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, a fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all. Huh? Also, we don't have Maga.
He didn't say nothing wrong. I mean, he didn't say nothing wrong. You know what I mean? He really cleaned the shelf on that one. The only thing he left on there was rap snacks, because they don't have rap snacks neither. But no, he wasn't done neither.
Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. Hey. What you want me to say? Why you want me to defend you? Y'all be coming at us all the time. He making some good points.
Maga people, you don't have freedom. Your master keep you undereducated, feed you with propaganda and lies, using financial and political system as a leash around your neck, ask you to fight with China. Now the whole world hates you, and you were like, I have freedom. No, you have a leash.
Send that to Linda McMahon. Yeah, send that to Linda McMahon, just so she knows the characterization of our education system. And just to make sure that she gets it, label it A1.
Go criticize your own government, boy. No, Maga, I don't want to criticize my own government. My government doing a fantastic job compared to your government. Imagine my government is my boyfriend, your government is your boyfriend. My boyfriend is rich, being responsible, and do me good in bed. And your government, poor, steal your money, gaslighting you with fake democracy, fake freedom. Meanwhile, I'm here, and you're there. Oh, I just love the way he lied to me. Also, your boyfriend having golden shower with his master behind your back. Guess who his master?
He didn't have to say "do me good in bed," though. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say "do me good in bed." That is a hell of an analogy when you consider how the people at the helm of our government actually manage relationships. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, that is, that one really nailed on the head. That one nailed. Hey, well, fight back, Trump. You don't like when they fight back.
The trolls then turned their attention directly to Donald Trump, mocking him in a hilarious video.
Guys, you know where we are? We're in Chongqing, China. Look at this. We're literally in the sky. Look at this. It's so high. It's so high. It's like we're walking in the sky. And the city is tremendous. If you look down there, it's like so many floors. There's so many layers about this city. And look at the way they plan their buildings. Vintage style. I love the facade, right? Density, and the density is pretty high. That means high plot ratio. More plot ratio means more homes for the society. That also means more deals, right? They're doing a pretty good job. They're doing a pretty good job. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at those old people. They're having fun. They're walking, taking time, chilling. It's a harmony. It's a harmony. I love this city. I love it.
They then impersonated Trump, making dumplings.
It's Chinese New Year. We're making dumplings today. Look at those beautiful dumplings I just made for you. What's the most important thing people ask me when it comes to making dumplings? It is the sealing. Look at this. If you don't seal it tight, the fillings leaks out, and it's going to make us such a mess. It's total disaster.
That was pretty accurate. I mean, I was more accurate than a lot of the TikToks I've seen from Maga, if we're being honest. And speaking of TikToks from Maga, have y'all seen Press Secretary Barbie? Y'all seen her? Cause they got some smoke for her too. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt blames Made in China while wearing a beautiful lace dress made in China. Blaming Made in China is her job. Enjoying Made in China is her life. Let's see if they got any more there. I hold the cards. The cards are made in China. He got you there. He got you there. And guess what? They came with receipts. China is even doing MAGA baseball caps. Y'all done messed with the money. Y'all done messed with the money. Y'all done triggered them to mess with the money now.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen what's going on with Chinese manufacturers on TikTok, you have to look this up. Like I'm sure many of you have, I ended up on Chinese warehouse TikTok, and they're leaking all the secrets about how our stuff is made. For example, Birkin bags that are like $38,000, they show how they're made, and honestly, the quality was really good. But altogether, those Birkin bags that are $38,000 came out to about $1,600. Laundry pods were $20 for $1. And in America, that would have been like, what, $13? And the craziest part is they're showing people how to order directly from the manufacturer in China to where you can avoid the tariffs and not pay American prices for any of those products. And we're talking every shoe brand you've ever worn, every clothing brand you've ever worn, anything that you buy, they have shown us how to order it for a fraction of the price. It is such an epic level of petty, and I love it so much. And the thing is, what do American companies think we're going to do? We're going to pay their prices rather than Chinese prices when I can get 1,000 times more product for the same price as we get here. We're not going to do that. These Chinese companies called our bluff. They were like, oh, you want to put a tariff on us? Okay, here's every product you buy in America at an inflated price for a fraction of the cost. This is the craziest Uno reverse card I've ever seen in my life.
Did they say anything about Knights of the Round Table? No, not polo. Knights of the Round Table. I can't afford polo. I wear Knights of the Round Table. That and chaps. Did they say anything about chaps? Have they had any slander for Marshalls? Okay. I'm gonna be all right. I'll be honest. I don't mess with none of those brands. Let me find out they coming for Kirkland. Did they say anything about Kirkland? It was all good until they came for Dollar Tree. Don't y'all slander Dollar Tree, China.
This Birkin bag at Hermes boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Nuti from Italy. Second is Weinheim from Germany. And the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make one Birkin, okay? And next, thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil al Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat seal edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. The interior lining, it used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. Package, this is not as expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for one Birkin out of factory. But why Hermes will charge you 38,000 USD for one bag? That's because more than 90% of the price is paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo. So we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory may cost you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
Well, fight back, Birkin. Fight back. You saw what Louis Vuitton said.
Louis Vuitton have seemingly reacted to all of the videos going viral over social media of manufacturers in China saying they make all of their stuff. A factory video from China has gone viral, and now people are seriously doubting the truth behind expensive fashion brands. One factory worker revealed that some of the biggest names in fashion, including Louis Vuitton and Zara, secretly get a lot of their stuff made in cities like Dongguan and Guangdong. Even though these brands brag about being made in Europe, the video claims that more than half of Louis Vuitton's bags are actually made in China. People online were blown away when they heard that most of the silk used by Louis Vuitton comes from a factory in Hangzhou called Huaxili. It didn't stop there either. The worker said a manager told him it costs around $15 to make something that looks exactly like one of their luxury items. The biggest reason this is upsetting fans is that these brands charge thousands for each product, saying it's all premium, handmade stuff. Now, many are starting to feel like they've been misled and taken advantage of, especially when the final product may not be much different from cheaper versions. And now, a statement has been released to the press, seemingly from a source close to Louis Vuitton. In their statement, the source close to the brand said, "Louis Vuitton want everyone to know that what these people are saying is completely false and untrue, and they want everyone to understand that every item LV releases is made under meticulously high standards. At least it's been addressed, so it might not be true. However, we're going to have to wait to see if there's any real evidence for them making their clothes in China." Despite their statement, what's really getting attention is the idea that this might only be the beginning. People are already talking about how other workers from different factories might come forward soon. If that happens, it could completely shift the way the world looks at luxury brands and how they really operate behind the scenes. But not everyone's mad about it. Some people said they don't really care where it's made because what they're really paying for is the brand name and the status that comes with it.
Those are the people I want to find. Those are the people I want to find and send them over to my merch shop. Yeah, that's what I would like for you. But let me know before you go over there so I can change those prices. Yeah, I got you there. That was a very Maga response from Louis Vuitton, by the way. Cap, huh? Receipts? We keep those at home. We because tax season just happened, so we just sent our package of receipts out. So we don't have the receipt, but it's not true.
A few months ago, Dior's parent company LVMH got hit with serious accusations. One of their units was officially placed under court administration after officials found that workers were being extremely mistreated in their supply chain. Reports said workers were being paid as little as €2 an hour, had barely any breaks, and were being forced to work in awful conditions. This added even more fuel to this, with people saying it proves luxury fashion isn't what it pretends to be. And now, Kim Kardashian has reacted to the TikTok videos that speak out against these brands. Underneath a post on it, Kim left a comment. In her comment, she wrote, "I know everyone would love it to be true, but it's not. As she's heavily invested in some of these brands, of course, she's going to say that. I'm not saying it's definitely true, but somebody needs to do a proper research into this." Now that factory workers are starting to speak up, some people believe more workers from other factories might start telling their stories too. And if that happens, it could change how everyone sees the luxury fashion industry forever.
Now, Maga, just in case you wanted a metric to weigh the severity of the damage online, Kim Kardashian chose to respond. And she has been very busy lately. This is what she didn't respond to. But this was bad enough that she had to say something.
I have already seen dupe videos of the Chinese guy who is talking about making you a purse direct from the factory and not having to pay luxury prices. I've already seen a dupe video of his on a scam account. So as much as we're getting a kiki out of the Chinese people trying to circumvent the tariffs, baby, I would just like to remind you, the motherfuckers scam just as much, if not more, than the Nigerians. So be leery, be wary, be careful, and be mindful of who you giving your credit card to on this damn app. Because once your American ass credit gets jacked up by a Chinese ass scam or any other scams that's out here on the internet, baby, you're not gonna get it fixed with this administration. So yeah, it's funny, it's kiki, it's haha to get around Mango Mussolini and his tariffs, but be careful.
Mango Mussolini is quite solid. I'll be honest. That was quite solid. But what's not lost on me here is leave it to black people to come prevent y'all from getting scammed. I mean, really. Like, we was here for the jokes. We was here for the jokes. I wasn't going there to set up and do legitimate business. Maga. So you had the nerve to come out here talking all that big stuff. Then when you getting lit up and jumped online, and I mean jumped online. Y'all never should have started no static with that. That was like 1.5 billion people giving you hands, feet, and memes. You just in the fetal position for weeks. That is where you have been since you was talking all that stuff. Now you want to decide to try and do business? Really?
I'm at the dentist's office with my daughter, but y'all, this China thing just keeps getting better. Watch this one.
Big news. After Trump announced the additional 145% tariff while China had introduced a tax refund policy targeting foreign tourists. Tax refund upon purchase, which means when foreign tourists shopping in China, you can receive the tax refund right at the checkout. And you can use the refunded money to continue shopping. Combined with China's 214-hour visa-free policy, Americans can come to China without a visa. And I have checked the air tickets from Los Angeles to Shanghai. The round-trip ticket can cost as low as $1,200. American friend, have you come up with a way to make money while traveling in China?
I had an idea for a video. No, I'm not going. No, I'm not doing that. No, I wouldn't double down on your destruction online like that, Maga. No, we got too much history for that. Now this is interesting because these different elements have been brought on by these black creators, but this one happens to be my favorite, Maga. And this you should take to heart.
So I'm sure, like me, your feed right now is filled with people who are purporting to be Chinese citizens who are talking about different products from major companies in the US and also Europe that are being made in China. So like from Hermes to Restoration Hardware, and they're offering you the opportunity to like buy these things directly from them as well. And so I have questions. Now I did see one guy who said, I live in China. Here are all the things in my home that are made in America. Holds out his hands are empty. Then he was like, I'll go look in your home and see all the things that are made in China. Now he ate with that. He did eat. However, I keep telling people we don't make stuff. Our biggest export is culture. Our culture is driven by black people. I'm gonna always say that. And so if I went in his closet, I bet you I would see some American brands in there. Now, will the brands be made in China? Sure. But again, our biggest export is culture. And so, but my bigger question here though, I saw that video and I saw one about Hermes and of course Restoration Hardware. But here is my question, and nobody's asking this question. How are they on TikTok? Chinese citizens cannot get on this app. They have a separate app called Douyin. How are they on here? Are they being allowed to get on here to troll us? Are these videos being like sent to America and like uploaded from an American IP? Like what's happening? Like no one's talking about this. I was like, y'all don't think it's weird that all of a sudden we're seeing all these videos from China when they aren't supposed to be on this app? Like I'm here for a good troll. I'm just trying to understand how is this happening.
Hey, Maga! Get Trump. Bring Trump up here. Yeah. It looks like they opened the floodgates just for your dragon. Yeah, it looks like they changed the algorithm just to troll you. It'd be like if the teacher was like, no talking class unless y'all want to make fun of Jasmine. If you want to make fun of Jasmine, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, happens. Other than that, y'all better be quiet. That's what they just did to y'all. Now, Maga, here's the thing. Because you was out here caping for the tariffs, and you was talking big stuff about give Trump time, give him a chance. He was your strong man leader, all that kind of stuff. So naturally, you would expect him to have a plan, right? You would expect him to have a plan and have a strong upper lip and a furrowed brow in the face of this digital beating that y'all have suffered. Right?
Trump chickened out. At least that is what the Chinese are saying. I mean, that post with the viral hashtag Trump chicken out now has 150 million views in China and counting, after Trump all but caved to Xi Jinping.
We are going to have a fair deal with China. It's going to be fair.
Are you talking to them actively now?
Actively. Everything's active.
Mr. President, has there been any direct contact between the U.S. and China for trade at all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And
every day.
Every day and active. I mean, you know, the implication here, what it sounds like is there's a big deal. It's being worked on. Things are happening. We're moving forward. Well, the problem is that he was undermined in that sentiment and rhetoric by his own Treasury Secretary, who told reporters this morning that, quote, both sides are waiting to speak to the other. Waiting to speak to the other. I mean, that's the whole waiting by the phone thing that's been going on for weeks now. Of course, talking takes 2 seconds in a situation like this if something real starts. It literally takes 2 seconds. In fact, the Chinese finance minister is in Washington, D.C. as I speak, yet we'll show him to you. He is there not meeting with the Trump team right now. But why did Trump put 145% tariffs on China only to back down? Why would that happen? I mean, because according to the Wall Street Journal tonight, Trump is considering major concessions, potentially slashing some tariffs on Chinese imports by more than half. And that's pretty incredible. To cut by more than half when you haven't even started negotiating means you are negotiating against yourself. And that comes as Trump sounds like a completely different person when it comes to Beijing. I mean, just listen to him over the past 24 hours.
We're doing fine with China. I'm not going to say, I'm going to play hardball with China. We're going to be very nice. We're going to be very good to China.
I mean, that rhetoric, good to China, nice to China, is radically different than what we have heard from Trump. I mean, radically different. And words matter here. Words have started this whole thing. Listen to what he said since the beginning of the trade war.
Look, for years we've been ripped off and taken advantage of by China. What other presidents allow China to get away with is absolutely criminal. China obviously treats us very badly. China's an abuser.
China is ripping off the United States for $1 trillion a year.
And that almost pales to what was online. I mean, dozens of posts like the ones we'll show you here. China's brutal to American farmers. China treats us the worst. China panicked. I mean, you know, you can read the missives. At this point, though, the side that seems to be panicking is the Trump side here, which, you know, if these tariffs are being slashed like this, that is backing off. And the only reason that you're backing off is it is so odd is that the entire fight was picked by him to begin with, right? I mean, this wouldn't be even a thing if he hadn't started it. And China has so far not had to give up anything yet. So Beijing seems to be sort of in shock and not able to believe it's luck. I mean, some of the things that are being said on Chinese social media, he's like a child who changes his stances instantly. Today's Trump beat yesterday's Trump. What will tomorrow's Trump do? But Trump's retreat is stunning because it does go against everything he has said, pretty much everything.
Maga, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Yeah. No, because y'all said we needed a businessman. Y'all said we needed a businessman. Y'all said that we needed a strong man. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. We scored at home. This dude done picked a fight on the playground, got the beats under the monkey bars, and then advocated for peace. That's what he did. This man done went from hit 'em up to dear mama in a matter of weeks. That is exactly what we have seen right here. Now, what y'all have to do, because we still have all your content, all your TikToks, advocating for the trade war and talking about how they were going to bend and they were going to come and negotiate. We still have those. And no, don't try and delete them. We still got those are saved. Yeah, unlike Louis Vuitton, we got receipts. No, we got receipts, so we got that. So what y'all need to do is you need to once again change your rhetoric to make this make sense. That is what y'all need to get. Y'all need to have a meeting. Y'all need to have a meeting and figure out how y'all explain this and in the face of the digital beatdown that you have suffered over the course of the last couple weeks. Y'all need to off season. That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to off season. And matter of fact, get Pete Hegseth there. Y'all need to be off the phone for like the spring and summer. and regroup for the fall and really come together with a solid game plan. That's what y'all need right now. But I'm going back on TikTok right now because I could use a good laugh. I'll be honest. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And I want to thank you for all your incredible suggestions for guests.
Bro, man, can I get my seat, man?
Don't tell me. I shouldn't have sat here, right?
That could join me on my weekly 8 p.m. live. Now you'll see some of your favorite creators, not only on this platform, but other social media platforms, joining me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So be on the lookout for that. Now, a lot of you guys have already signed up for my newsletter, but we're going to create a written version of the Reese Waters channel and put our stamp on it and allow us to cover some topics we can't always cover in the videos, or maybe some odds and ends that we couldn't get into the videos. It's almost like when you're in the shower and you remember that perfect line that really would have set that argument off. You know, what you really wanted to say to that ex or coworker.
I don't want to bore you any. You know I love you, I love you, I love you.
No, for real. You can sing with me without touching me.
Come on.
You wasting your time by singing to me because I'm not listening.
All the stuff that I forgot and just missed that didn't necessarily make the videos, you can find that in the newsletter. You can sign up for that at reesewaters.com. There, you might also see a bunch of new merch. That's right, I teased it. It is finally here. We have new merch on the website, and we'll be continuing to drop new merch, so make sure you check that out at the website. And speaking of merch, I first want to give a shout out to all the fantastic mods, the mod squad here on the channel that does a fantastic job every single day. But one of our originals, my man Dank, sent me this pic with his I'm Troubled t-shirt, and he looks so good in it. I almost went and ordered another one for myself, but then I realized that, you know, I need to get my front porch fixed. Yeah, it's not gonna look that way on me. No, just the O and the B just be just bow. It'd look like it's a bow shirt. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for being such an incredible community, and one that gives me so much hope when I wake up every single day.